be jolly. Isn't that obvious? No, I don't believe in Santa Claus or elves. But I do believe Christ was born, and I love the fact that everyone takes time in the year to acknowledge that he indeed was born. Christ, my Savior, my Lord. I absolutely love it. Now, some of you take this time a lot of you take this particular season as a green ticket to eat everything and anything, and you do go ahead and eat everything and anything, and then January comes and you step on the scale and you can't believe the number. Yo, I've been there. But it doesn't have to be this way this year. You can have amazing meals and still watch what is in it. And we're going to make something today that a lot of us have probably experienced, not growing up. No, I don't think I ate it growing up, but as an adult, and I love it. But it packs up a lot of calories. But this version that I'm going to introduce to you today reduces the calories so you can enjoy it without worrying too much. What am I talking about? Lasagna. Yes. Usually, normally lasagna is made with pasta, whole wheat pasta, or, pasta. Yeah, what's pasta made of? Yeah, whole wheat pasta. But we have a recipe that is going to substitute the pasta with, drum rolls, can you guess what it is? Zucchini. Trust me, it's delicious. Do not judge it before you try it. So we're going to get into the kitchen. We are in the kitchen, gosh. And we're going to make it, and I hope you enjoy it. And also, in the meantime, do think of your favorite Christmas carol and let me know what it is. I'll sing mine at the end, I think, maybe, perhaps. Let's start cooking.
So I begin by slicing my zucchini into really thin strips. If you have a peeler like I do, then go ahead and use that, or a mandolin. Next step is drying out the zucchini, because the zucchini is usually quite watery, so you don't want any water in your lasagna. So what you do is you put drizzle some salt on both sides of the zucchini, and then let the salt help the zucchini dehydrate, sort of. And then once that's done, and you have a lot of water, as you can see even on my fingers, then you pat it dry with a towel, a paper towel, as you can see me doing. And then we still need to go ahead and dry it out just a little bit more. So you can put it on a pan, a grill pan, or whatever works for you, on very low heat, and just so that it dries out completely. And as you can see, mine has dried out to the point where you can see the grill marks on the zucchini, which is absolutely okay for me. Then the next step is to fry the beef, minced beef, and I use some coconut oil, and this is a kilo of beef that I'm using. And I, of course, just try to prepare the mince into like really small, separated into really small bowls, mince bowls, as you can see, and then add my spices. Now this is all up to you, depending on what you like. I like a lot of spices, so I put in thyme, I put in rosemary, mixed spices. I don't remember what else I put in, but yeah, as you can see, I put in a couple of spices there and mix it all up. And then to that I add my onions, which are a mix of spring onions, white onions, and red onions. And then to that I also added some blended tomatoes that I blended in the blender, and mix it all up and let it cook for a few minutes by covering it with the lid, which you should see me doing in the next 1 minute or so. There we go. So once it's sat and it's sort of the tomatoes have sort of cooked, then I add my tomato paste. I just love tomato paste, so I add it to pretty much any stew that I make, and then some salt to taste. And I also really love chili, so I added in some green chili, which just made the meat taste so much more yummier. Yes, so once that's done, make sure you don't have any soup in your mincemeat once it's fully cooked, just because we don't want any watery substance in the lasagna. Then I take an egg and you can see me mixing the egg, mixing mozzarella and cheddar in the egg, so it's like a mozzarella cheddar egg mix. And then I take my baking tray. You can use whatever. I really literally used a bread tin, and I put my first layer of mince, and then to that I covered it with the zucchini strips, and I did a double layer of zucchini strips because my zucchinis were so thin. If you can make them thicker, then go ahead and do that. Then I took my mix of my egg, mozzarella and cheddar, and I covered my zucchini, so that's the third layer. You can put as much cheese as you want depending on how cheesy you want it to be. Yes, that's cheesy. Then I put in some double cream, drizzled some double cream, and then repeated the process again. Some mince layer, and then I covered that with my zucchini strips. Point to note, the zucchini strips are so yummy, you can eat them alone. Like, they're such a great snack. I was doing that while I was filming this. I ate a couple of them. They're quite delicious. So again, we've covered it with the meat with the zucchini strips, double layer. Then finally, to that I add mozzarella and cheddar, which is not mixed with egg because this is the topping. Depending on how many layers you're gonna make, you can still use the other egg mixture, but if this is the last layer, then just put it without the egg. Then finally, I cover the tin with some foil and pop it in the oven for like about 15 minutes. And then when it's fully cooked, I can then remove the foil, as you can see me doing, to let the just the top of the zucchini cook. I mean, not cook, but brown, because it's already cooked, but you want to have that brownish color, and that will only happen if you remove the foil. So I remove the foil and then put it back in for another 5 minutes to brown really nicely. You can bake it at 150 degrees for about 15 minutes and then remove the foil and do another 5 minutes, and you should have an amazing looking lasagna, as you can see. This thing was so delicious, I kid you not. This is just amazing. So there we have it, lasagna, people.
That's it, guys. Lasagna made from zucchini. I told you, it looks good and it tastes good. Try it and let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. What other platform am I on? Yeah, those three. And as usual, thank you to Tebby Jewels. Look at my neck piece. Isn't this a perfect Christmas gift? I will leave the tag. I will leave what? The link? I will leave their website and their page somewhere at this point or at the end, so make sure you follow them. God bless you, even in this festive season, and keep you. Okay, see you done.
No, you said you'll sing us a Christmas
I'm not singing, I'm going to embarrass myself.
Sing!
No!
Sorry guys, I'll sing during Easter. Don't worry.